Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, hit that thumbs up button for me. That will allow YouTube to show this video to more people. Today we're going to be talking about the two stimulus proposals that Congress is currently debating over. The first one is the HEROES Act. That is a stimulus package proposal that was approved in May by the United States House of Representatives, and it was sent to the US Senate for review. That particular proposal was dead on arrival, according to President Trump. And it has been sitting in the Senate since May. No activity on it. And then the Senate, led by the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, they came out with a HEROES Act. So now you have the HEROES Act that was approved by the House of Representatives, which is controlled by the Democrats. And then you have the Senate, which is controlled by Republicans, who come out with the HEROES Act. So now you have these two stimulus package proposals that Congress will be negotiating over. Now, both of these stimulus packages have one thing in common that I think is most important for you as the American people. Both proposals call for a $1,200 stimulus check. So that's good news. We know without a shadow of a doubt there will be a $1,200 stimulus check coming at some point, hopefully in the near future. Now the Senate and the House of Representatives, and of course you got to throw in President Trump, they will be negotiating the next stimulus package based on the HEROES Act and the HEROES Act. And they will come up with a comprehensive stimulus package that all three can agree on. And when I say all three, I'm talking about the United States House of Representatives, the United States Senate, and the President. They all have to agree on whatever package comes out for the American people. The good news is, like I said, we know we're going to get the $1,200 stimulus check. So that's great news. Now, along with the $1,200 stimulus check, the HEROES Act called for an additional $1,200 per dependent, up to 3 dependents. Now, the HEROES Act that has been presented by the Senate does not call for that. It calls for $500 per dependent, up to 3. So it still is along the same lines as the CARES Act that came out in March of 2020. Now let's move on to other news that we need to talk about when it comes to the next stimulus package. In the HEROES Act, the federal unemployment boost or benefit of $600 per week was going to be extended through January 2021. In the HEROES Act, that's not the case. They actually want to reduce the federal unemployment benefit / boost from $600 to $200. So that's a huge difference. And one of the reasons the Republicans, the Senate, wants to reduce it is they want to motivate people to go back to work. The fear is if they keep the federal unemployment weekly boost of $600 the same, people will decide to stay home instead of getting themselves back to work. So that's where we're at. One of the proposals, the HEROES Act, calls for extending the $600 federal unemployment boost, but the HEROES Act calls for reducing it to $200. So that will be a fight between the Democrats and the Republicans in the near future. My guess is they'll probably agree on something in the middle, maybe around $300 as a federal unemployment benefit on a weekly basis through perhaps the end of the year. That's probably more than likely, in my opinion, will be the compromise. Outside of that, the other big issue is the moratorium on evictions. In the HEROES Act, it actually was earmarked to give that program $100 billion. Whereas in the HEALS Act, it's not even mentioned. Keep in mind, the moratorium on evictions is going to be expiring very soon. So I'm not sure where that will leave millions of Americans who are not able to pay their rent. It's going to put them in a tough bind unless they extend this thing before the expiration date. And back to the federal $600 unemployment benefit or boost of $600, that's set to expire on July 31st, 2020 as well. So those two, the moratorium on evictions and the federal unemployment $600 weekly boost, those are both set to expire here real soon. And, you know, that's going to be really painful for a lot of people if we don't figure out how to extend those two prior to their deadlines. But those are really the main things about each proposal that I wanted to make sure you guys understood. My recommendation is go out and do you some homework on your own, do a little bit of research on the HEALS Act and the HEROES Act to kind of figure out the differences between. I've given you some of my differences, the things that I think are important, but you may want to look at other things. I know the HEALS Act is a $1 trillion proposal and the HEROES Act is a $3 trillion proposal. I think they meet somewhere in the middle around $2 trillion. At the end of the day, I think that's where it'll end up. Well, all right, guys, again, I just wanted to give you a quick update. I haven't been making many stimulus videos because nothing had really changed since the United States House of Representatives approved the HEROES Act. It's just been sitting there at the Senate for the last 2 months, just sort of doing nothing. So it was really nothing for me to report. But now that the Republicans have come out with their own stimulus package proposal, I thought it was about time to update you guys on what was going on. Also, keep in mind, my channel is all about helping people reach financial freedom. And I do that through my YouTube videos, but I also do it through my company called RF Financial Consulting. And in that company, I work with people one-on-one to help them put the pieces of their financial puzzle together. And I do that through one-on-one financial mentoring and coaching sessions. If you're interested in finding out more about that, there is an email address for RF Financial Consulting in the description box of this video. Send me an email, or you can DM me at Richard Fain 28 on Instagram, and let's talk about if this is the right fit for you and how I would be able to help you reach your financial freedom. Well, all right, guys, as always, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your time to check out this video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, and smash that thumbs up button for me. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness and never stop believing in yourself. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.